Hi everybody, Cindy Greenway here today from lawmarketing.com, and today we're talking about local SEO versus the traditional SEO that you're used to hearing about. I'm here with Chris Dreyer, who is from attorneyrankings.org, a unique full-service internet marketing agency for lawyers. And Chris, welcome. Thanks for joining me again here today.
Thanks for having me.
Great.
Glad to be here.
Great. So, Chris, we've been talking a little bit about the difference between local SEO and traditional SEO, and I asked you to share some tips with us because local SEO is something that I think we don't often think about. We always sort of go back to our traditional, knowledge with SEO and some of the overwhelming details around that. And you've been talking about how attorneys can implement just a few really simple things into their law firms or into their law firm websites rather that will help them in being found by their local community, so that when people are on their phones or on their computers or anything like that, that their name and their information will come up top before anyone else in different areas. So talk to us a little bit about what that means and how it can really help them.
Okay. Well, the first thing that you need to know is, their localized results actually can appear above organic search, and they appear often in an A through G listing, which is referred to as a 7-pack. So as you can see, those are very good for impression share, and there's some ways that you can optimize your chances to be seen locally.
Okay.
The first thing that you need to do, it's very simple. Go to Google Plus Local. Go to Google Plus, create a local page, and claim your law firm's address. Make sure it's optimized, include some photos on it, make sure you have the correct category. And what Google will do is they'll mail you a postcard to verify that address.
Okay.
That's the first thing that you need to do. The second thing that you need to do is optimize your website. Make sure that your name, address, phone number is on every page of your website. So some great places to do that would be in the footer, the sidebar. Those are two very good locations. Google scrapes data for geographic information, so it's important to have your name, address, phone number on each page.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do is embed a Google map. So you just go to Google Maps, and on the left-hand side, there's a little figure 8 looking link button. Just make sure that's embedded on a contact page. That's very important.
So just to ask on that then, Chris, does the Google Map piece need to be on each page with the address or just on the contact us page?
No.
Okay.
It's just good just to put it on the contact page.
Great.
It might slow down your site if you had it on every page.
Okay.
So just the contact page is fine.
Great.
The third thing that you want to do is acquire as many geographic citations as possible. Basically, as many relevant name, address, phone numbers as you can on other external websites. So the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Yellow Pages, AVVO has one, HG.org. There's many of these local website directories. Don't worry about obtaining a backlink. You want your name, address, phone number from these other sites. The best ones are obviously where you're trying to rank. So if you're in Sacramento and you're trying to rank in Sacramento, a great link may be a Chamber of Commerce, because they may have your name, address, phone number listed on a directory.
Okay.
So that's very important, is acquiring these citations. The next thing that you need to do is try to obtain reviews from your customers. And you particularly want these on your Google Plus Local page. Anytime that they mention the location, so if they leave a review, John Smith was an excellent Sacramento attorney, it gives relevance for Sacramento in that location. So reviews can definitely help. And after you obtain that 10th review, which is a big number to achieve, you will get what's called a Zagat score, and your listing will actually show up with a review stat next to it, so it helps it stand out. And those are the top 4 ways to help improve your local SEO.
Okay, great. So, Chris, is this something that you would recommend that attorney take on themselves? Because we've talked to a couple of different people that have mentioned the citations, making sure that the citations are accurate, all of them out there. And that's not necessarily an area that an attorney would really plug into. They might initiate the process, but they would hire someone like yourself that specializes in SEO to do it. So what pieces here can an attorney or members of the law practice actually take on versus what should be done by someone that's knowledgeable in this area?
Okay, well, the first thing is there's a few sites that you need to have claimed by the owner.
Mm-hmm.
If an agency member or an employee tries to claim the listing, they're not going to allow it because they have to have a phone call verification, or you may even have to fax in your bar. So ABVO, it needs to be claimed by the attorney. Another big one is Yelp. It needs to be claimed by the attorney.
Okay.
Justia is another great local directory, and you have to actually fax in your information, your bar information. So those are three of the top ones that they actually have to be claimed by the owner.
Okay.
But there are many other directories that don't have to be claimed. As long as you have you can fill out the information, you can represent that attorney with their permission, and you can do it for them, or hire in-house help, or hire an agency.
Okay, great. Good. Well, Chris, thank you so much. I think that, what I really wanted to draw out of this is that there is an opportunity for attorneys to get that local attention much easier than we probably thought originally. So, and, looking at the local SEO tactics versus those traditional ones that have kind of overwhelmed us over the years. So, thanks for that, Chris. And I know we're going to be speaking again with some more information on this. So, thanks again for joining us.
Definitely. Thank you.
Oh, and I do want to mention people can find you at attorneyrankings.org. Where can they find you on Twitter?
On Twitter, /attorney ranking without the S.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks again, Chris. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.